By the time my aunt stood up from her chair and tapped her spoon against her wine glass, most of us were already half numb from food and small talk. The turkey was drying out. Someone had burned the rolls. Cousin Mark was scrolling on his phone under the table. My mother kept adjusting the napkins no one was using. It was an ordinary Thanksgiving. That's why it took me a few seconds to understand what my aunt was saying. Thought it would be meaningful, she said, smoothing the front of her sweater. If we honored Mom today by reading her will together. The room went quiet in the way rooms do when people think they're about to witness something emotional. My fork stopped halfway to my mouth. Honored her. Will. Mom. She unfolded a few stapled pages from her purse and cleared her throat. As you all know, she continued, my mother passed away last month. The word past floated in the air like it had been released by mistake. Someone gasped softly. My uncle lowered his head. My cousin whispered, I didn't know she was sick. I stared at my plate. I had been sitting across from my grandmother that morning. We had split a blueberry muffin at the cafe near her apartment. She had complained about the coffee being too weak. She had teased me for wearing the same jacket again. She had asked if I was sleeping enough. She had been very much alive. Ears began to ring. Maybe I had misunderstood. Maybe my aunt meant someone else. Maybe she meant spiritually. But she kept going. She didn't want a funeral, my aunt said. She asked me to handle everything privately. No, she didn't. She left specific instructions. She added, glancing down at the pages. And I feel it's my duty to carry them out. My mother looked confused, but said nothing. No one said anything. Because my aunt had always been the responsible one. The organizer, the one who paid bills on time, the one who spoke confidently. People like that get believed. I tried to breathe normally. Heart felt like it was climbing my throat. If I spoke now, I would sound insane. I would sound greedy. I would sound like someone trying to disrupt a solemn moment. So I stayed quiet. She began reading. The house, her savings, her jewelry, personal items of sentimental value. Each line came with a pause, as if she were presenting awards. Mark got the car. Mother got shared custody of photo albums. She kept the house. Of course she did. She kept most of it. Watched her face as she read. She wasn't sad. She wasn't even pretending very hard. She was focused, careful, someone executing a plan. My stomach turned. I thought about Grandma that morning, stirring sugar into her cup. Your aunt's been distant, she'd said casually. Won't return my calls. I'd shrugged it off. Family stuff. It always is. Reached the last page. And that concludes. My phone buzzed. Not a notification. Finger had pressed the screen without me noticing. I had already opened my messages. There was one name at the top. Mr. Ebel, my grandmother's lawyer. She'd made me save his number, just in case, years ago. People get strange about money, she'd said, stared at the empty text box. If I sent something, there would be no going back. This wouldn't just be correcting a mistake. This would be accusing my aunt in front of everyone. I pictured my mother's face if it all exploded, pictured Christmas dinners that never happened again. I pictured being the problem. Then I pictured Grandma laughing at my bad joke 3 hours earlier. I typed, she's alive. We had coffee today. Aunt says she died. Please come. I hit send before I could overthink it. My aunt folded the papers neatly. I know this is hard, she said softly. Mom trusted me. She looked around, inviting sympathy. People nodded. My uncle reached for her hand. Someone sniffled, very still. 10 minutes passed. Then 15. Plates were being cleared. Someone brought out pie. Conversation restarted, shaky but eager, like people trying to move past a bad dream. My aunt was relaxed now. She was laughing, telling a story about Grandma's last stubborn days. Each sentence felt like another layer of dirt. Then the doorbell rang. Sharp, unexpected. No one moved at first. My aunt frowned. "I'll get it," she said. She walked to the door, still smiling. See her through the hallway mirror. She opened it. Two people stood outside. Mr. Ikubal, a woman from Adult Protective Services I recognized from Grandma's building. They were holding folders. The smile drained from my aunt's face so fast it looked unreal. "Eyes," she started. Mr. Iqbal spoke calmly. "Good afternoon. We're here regarding Mrs. Farida Khan." Silence swallowed the room. "She's alive," he continued. "She contacted us this afternoon after learning certain false statements were being made on her behalf." My aunt's mouth opened. Nothing came out. The woman stepped forward. "We're also investigating reports of attempted financial misrepresentation." My mother stood up slowly. "What does that mean?" Mr. Iqbal looked at her kindly. "It means your mother is safe. That will has been activated." He turned to me briefly, gave the smallest nod. No one raised their voice. No one cried. No one yelled. My aunt backed up as if she'd been pushed. This is, she stammered. "You don't understand," but no one was listening anymore. Documents were placed on the table. Dates, signatures, phone logs, facts. Real things. Lies can't survive. She sank into a chair. Small, ordinary, not powerful at all. Dinner never really resumed. People left quietly. Some avoided my eyes. Some hugged me too tightly. My aunt didn't look at me once. Later that evening, I drove to Grandma's apartment. She opened the door herself, in slippers, hair in a loose braid. "Did you cause trouble?" she asked, smiling. "Maybe," I said. She hugged me anyway. We sat in her kitchen and drank tea. No speeches. No celebration. Just the sound of the kettle and the clock. Later, my aunt stopped calling. Some relatives stopped inviting me. My mother is still careful around me now. I'm made of glass. Sometimes I wonder if staying quiet would have been easier, but when Grandma reaches for my hand in cafes now, I chose right, not because I won, because she wasn't erased.